Good afternoon, everyone. This is Alex Makaliwa from Anchored Toastmasters, and this week I have with me the Toastmaster of the day rather, from our upcoming meeting, which will be this Friday, the 8th of December at Lutheran Plaza at 6:30 in the evening. So joining me is one Mr. Felix Muya. Felix is a great, great friend, and I would love for him to introduce himself to you guys for those who may not have had a chance yet to know him. Felix, karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Alex. My name is Felix Muya. You can call me Felix Muya or Felix Munyao. I am a Toastmaster first. My background is in finance and accounting, and over the past 2 years, I've been a member of Anchored Toastmasters Club. And this week, most importantly, I'll have the honor of being the Toastmaster of the day. And our theme today, this week, or rather, is reflection. Outside Toastmasters, I can say I'm also a musician. I do play a musical instrument, which is a trumpet. I'm part of a band, a church band. I am also a brother. I'm also an avid reader. I love so many things. I'd say I struggle trying to balance different things because I'm a person who loves to explore. I'm a person who loves to try out new things. I'd say I wouldn't like to place myself in a box. So an adventurous person. I love people and I love interacting with new people and new experiences. And happy to be your guest today, Mr. Alex. Back to you.
Asante sana, Felix. I've actually learned something that I didn't know. I was not aware that you play the trumpet. So that's an interesting bit of information for us to know. But I'll take it right into our meeting. And you chose the theme reflections. And if I may put you right in the hot water, what are some things that you think have gone really well for you this year, and what has gone really terribly for you this year, and what have you learned from both of those experiences?
I would say this year has been an interesting year. In different contexts, I'd say in my professional life, I have had the opportunity to try out new things, things that normally would be outside my area of expertise or area of specialization. As I mentioned, I work in finance and accounting. I do a lot of grants, accounting, or what we'd call fund management in my industry. And over the past few months, I've had the opportunity to spread my wings outside my traditional sort of background, which is finance and accounting. I've done a bit of marketing and communication. I've joined up with team members within the company we're working to help out and try and implement different projects. And a lot of things have gone really well. I wouldn't say I've had a lot of challenges, but then being a person, of course, challenges are there. What I've learned is that as a professional, you need to balance your professional life and your personal life. And one new thing I learned this year is something called work-life integration. I know we are used to the term work-life balance, but sometimes the work and the life does not balance because we seem to spend much of our time at work, and and a little time with ourselves. And the little time we spend with ourselves, perhaps maybe on the weekends, is spent resting, sleeping. And what I've learned is to try and integrate your life, even as you try and achieve uh, different deliverables in your work, and try as much as possible to within your limits to create a good environment within the workspace, because that's where you spend most of your time in. And as I've been reflecting over the past year and over the different learnings, I was fortunate to land a new job towards the end of 2022. So I'd say this year has been quite an interesting phase in my life. I've learned so many things about myself, being self-aware, finding out my strengths, finding out my weaknesses, and also trying to work around those strengths and weaknesses to become a better person, to become a better employee, a better colleague, a better brother. Hopefully, I become a better father in the near future. Yeah, but those have been my learnings so far, and yeah, happy to see what the next year will bring.
That's awesome, Felix. I think one thing that you've said that is really interesting to me is the idea of work-life integration rather than work-life balance. And if we were to build on this idea of integration, sometimes, happy to speak for myself here, it can be very easy to compartmentalize your life in the sense that there is Alex, the person at work, there's Alex, the person at home, and even sometimes there's Alex, the Toastmaster. If we were to take the Toastmaster angle, have you found how easy have you found it to integrate what it means or what it has meant to be a Toastmaster into your new role or into your current life, such that there's no Felix at work, Felix at home, and Felix as a Toastmaster? What shared values or shared experiences are you finding in all those different things?
Thank you. That's an interesting question. I would say from the onset, and what really drew me to joining Toastmasters is I was trying to be the best version of myself. Um, as you've said, not trying to be a different person at work, a different person in Toastmasters, a different person at home. So I'd say what I've been trying to work on is generally trying to improve myself in a natural sense. So one in the roles I take at Toastmasters, in my working on my speeches, what I've been trying to do is just to go inside and really reflect on what I am about and what I want to project as who Felix is, and also in line also with the Toastmasters objectives, improving your communication and leadership. And Toastmasters has been a very great platform for me. It has helped me professionally to take on new challenges. And one thing I love about Toastmasters is it pushes you to take on new challenges, be it the small roles that you may think of in Toastmasters. It really helps you to learn how to take initiative. It helps you to push your boundaries, and that also trickles into your professional life, in that you find it very easy to take up opportunities, say opportunities to present, opportunities to maybe, if you're given the opportunity to train people on a certain concept, you learn so many great things, such as when you're presenting, to have a good introduction, a strong body, a conclusion, and those are some of the things you can implement in your personal life, in your professional life, in your Toastmasters life, and they really help you to become a well-rounded person. Yeah, so I'd say yeah, being a Toastmaster, it doesn't end at the at the meetings. It trickles into your personal life, and so I think we shouldn't isolate our Toastmaster selves from our personal lives. Let's also try to be authentic in the way we are, regardless of the places we find ourselves in.
That's wonderful. You know, I think reflections are good, and personally, I'm a very retrospective person, both retrospective and introspective person. I try to, but if we may take this chance to also look ahead, what are a few things that you, on the basis of how this year has gone, what are a few things that you're really looking forward to be doing in the near future, and certainly as we close this year and look on to another year, what are you really looking forward to be doing?
There are a couple of things I've had to put off for a few, during the past year. So going into the next year, one of the things I want to really focus on is one, on the Toastmaster side, I'd like to push myself to give more speeches. I'd say integrate my Toastmasters life more to my professional life. And secondly, I'd also like to pursue my education. I've taken a bit of a break, but hopefully in the next coming months, looking forward to going back to school and stimulate myself intellectually, learn a new concept, and possibly take on new challenges. One of the things also outside outside work is also trying to take on new hobbies such as hiking, climbing a mountain, every every so often, and possibly learn a new skill. As I mentioned, I play the trumpet. However, I've not been actively doing it as much as I love it. So I'll also take some time to create time for that in the coming year, and also be a good person, trying to reach out more to friends, create authentic friendships, seek out help. I think our last meeting was about men, and there was a great concern of how men, we usually don't share a lot about ourselves. So in the coming year, hopefully create more authentic friendships, be more vulnerable, and generally grow personally and professionally.
That's very commendable. Especially, do let me know if you get to climb that mountain. That's a shared goal that I have had. Actually, it's a goal that I have had since either 2019 or 2020. So hopefully now that we have spoken it out to the universe, we now have a multitude of people who will keep us accountable. Now, my last question, maybe Felix, is back to our meeting this week. And first, for those of us who are watching, we have an excellent meeting which will be under the theme of reflections, but also within that meeting we have new members who are joining. Usually when you join Toastmasters, there's an induction ceremony where new members get to be told about what is going on in the club, and also the members of the club have the opportunity to express their support for these members who are starting a very, very wonderful journey in self-improvement. Beyond that, we also have the opportunity to sit down as friends, as colleagues, as members of an incredible club to dine and share our reflections of this year and what could be in the new year. So we particularly like to invite you to experience those three things: a wonderful meeting, to see people commit themselves to a journey of self-improvement, and also to sit with friends and colleagues in other areas and dream about the wonderful things that next year could be. And maybe in line with that, to you, Felix, my last question would be, for anyone who has heard everything that we have said up until this point and is still not convinced that they need to come to Luther Plaza on Friday, what would you tell them to push them that little extra mile so that we can have them in the room and get them to experience some of the things that we have been talking about?
For anyone doubting or thinking about coming to a meeting, I'd say please do not miss out. Anchored is definitely the place to be. We have lined up great speakers. We have great experiences. You get to enjoy table topics. You get to enjoy lively evaluations. And we also have a potluck session for those looking forward to ending the year in style. I'd say come to Toastmasters, come to Anchor Toastmasters. And for the new people who join Toastmasters, it's going to be a great experience. It's a great and a safe learning environment. I've personally learned a lot from Toastmasters. I've created great networks, great relationships with people. So over and above what you learn in Toastmasters in terms of communication and leadership, there's also great opportunities to expand your networks, to learn new things, to meet new people, to create long-lasting and lifelong relationships with people. And I'd say it is a great opportunity. Please purpose to attend the meeting. Bring a friend or two to the meeting this Friday from 6:30 to 8:30. Looking forward to see you there and have fun, and let's reflect upon the year that has been. Let's take stock of our learning experiences. For those of us who set resolutions, let's take some time and look back and see, did we really achieve them? And if at all we didn't achieve them, then let's not beat ourselves up. We have time to set new resolutions, new goals, and push forward and try and achieve these goals.
Sounds really good. And my apologies, Felix, I lied. I didn't say. I have one last question, which I forgot to include. I am trying to start a tradition where one Toastmaster of the day asks a question to the next Toastmaster of the day. So the next time I'm having this conversation with someone, which will be in the new year, what is one question that you would say I need to ask?
Wow, that would require me to do a bit of thinking. One question that you can ask the next person who will be sitting on this seat next time is maybe what is one goal that they aim to achieve in 2024, considering that we'll be having our next meeting in January. So what is the one thing that they are really looking forward to achieve, and what plans they have to realize these goals?
Fantastic, fantastic. I will make sure I pass on that wonderful question. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Felix, personally, thank you for sharing all you have been able to share with us. And we are certainly going to see you this Friday. Thank you once more for your time, and see you on Friday.
Thank you so much, and see you on Friday.